Kerry Packer, A Life of Power and Influence. Kerry Francis Bulmore Packer was born on December 17, 1937, in Sydney, New South Wales, into one of Australia's most influential families. His father, Sir Frank Packer, was a towering figure in the media world, owning Australian Consolidated Press and the Nine Network. His mother, Gretel Bulmore, came from a wealthy and well-connected family. From birth, Kerry was destined for a life of power and prominence, but his journey was anything but smooth. As a child, Kerry faced significant hurdles. Struggling with dyslexia, he found school challenging and frustrating. He attended several schools, including the prestigious Cranbrook School in Sydney, but his academic achievements were unremarkable. Despite these setbacks, Kerry developed a sharp mind and a steely determination. His early struggles with learning instilled in him a resilience that would shape his approach to business and life. When Sir Frank Packer passed away in 1974, Kerry inherited the family empire. At the time, few believed he could match his father's success, but Kerry quickly proved the doubters wrong. Taking control of Australian Consolidated Press and the Nine Network, he transformed both into powerhouses. Under his leadership, the Nine Network became Australia's top-rated television station, known for its cutting-edge programming, news coverage, and commercial success. The Channel 9 saga, passion, business, and strategy. Kerry Packer's relationship with Channel 9 was more than just business. It was personal. He had an unmatched passion for the network and a vision for its success. Channel 9 became synonymous with Australian television under his leadership, offering a mix of news, drama, and entertainment that appealed to a broad audience. Packer's dedication to quality content and innovation earned the network its position as a market leader. But one of the most extraordinary chapters in Packer's career came in 1987, when he sold the Nine Network to Alan Bond, a high-profile businessman and entrepreneur, for an astonishing $1.05 billion. The deal was emblematic of Packer's shrewd business acumen. Reflecting on the sale, Packer reportedly remarked, "You only get one Alan Bond in your lifetime, and I've had mine." The comment highlighted his belief that he had struck an extraordinary deal. True to form, Packer wasn't done with Channel 9. Just 3 years later, in 1990, Bond's business empire collapsed under the weight of debt, and Packer swooped back in to buy the Nine Network for a fraction of the price, $250 million. In doing so, he effectively reclaimed his beloved network for hundreds of millions less than he had sold it. The maneuver was hailed as a masterstroke, cementing Packer's reputation as one of Australia's most cunning and successful businessmen. Under his renewed leadership, Channel 9 continued to thrive. Packer's hands-on approach and ability to anticipate audience trends kept the network at the forefront of Australian television. He wasn't afraid to take risks, whether by investing in new technology, championing ambitious programs, or shaking up the network's structure to keep it competitive. The revolution in cricket. While Channel 9 was one of his greatest successes, Packer's most transformative contribution to the world came through cricket. By the mid-1970s, cricket had become a traditional and highly popular sport, but its administration was rigid and slow to adapt to the modern age. Players, despite their immense talent and dedication, were underpaid, often struggling to balance their financial needs with their passion for the game. Moreover, the game's presentation on television lacked the excitement and engagement necessary to attract new audiences. Packer saw an opportunity not only to challenge the existing system, but to revolutionize it. His bid to secure television rights for Australian cricket matches was rejected by the Australian Cricket Board, which favored the state broadcaster. Unperturbed, Packer devised a bold plan. In 1977, he launched World Series Cricket, WSC, a privately funded competition that would shake the foundations of the cricketing establishment. At the heart of WSC was Kerry's belief in providing players with the respect and compensation they deserved. He approached some of the world's best cricketers, offering them contracts that dwarfed anything they had ever received. Stars like Dennis Lillee, Greg Chappell, and Tony Greig were among those who signed up, risking their careers to join Packer's vision. The format of WSC was revolutionary. Traditional cricket, with its long matches and subdued presentation, was transformed into a spectacle designed for television. Packer introduced day-night matches, played under floodlights, a concept unheard of in cricket at the time. Players wore brightly colored uniforms instead of the traditional whites, making the game more visually dynamic. He also brought in white cricket balls for better visibility during night games. But the innovation wasn't limited to the field. Packer understood the power of television and sought to make cricket a sport that could captivate viewers. He pioneered the use of multiple cameras to cover games from every angle, introduced slow-motion replays, and enhanced on-screen graphics to provide instant insights into the game. Commentary was elevated, with experts offering in-depth analysis, making the sport more accessible to casual viewers. Initially, the cricket establishment reacted with outrage. Players involved in WSC were banned from representing their countries, and traditionalists dismissed the changes as a threat to the sanctity of the game. However, Packer's vision quickly proved its worth. WSC matches drew large crowds, and television ratings soared. Fans loved the faster pace, the thrilling atmosphere, and the chance to see the world's best players compete in an environment that celebrated their skills. Over time, the cricketing authorities realized they could not ignore Packer's success. In 1979, a deal was struck between Packer and the International Cricket Council, bringing an end to the conflict. Many of the innovations introduced by WSC were adopted into mainstream cricket. Day-night matches became a regular feature, and players began to receive significantly better pay. Packer had not only changed cricket, but had also set a precedent for how sports could adapt to the demands of the modern era. A legacy beyond cricket. Kerry Packer's remarkable ability to see opportunities where others saw obstacles defined his career. Whether through his bold moves in cricket, his reclamation of Channel 9, or his investments in startups like Pineapple Head, he consistently demonstrated vision, tenacity, and an uncanny instinct for timing. Kerry Packer passed away on December 26, 2005 at his Sydney home. He left behind his wife, Roslyn, and their two children, James and Gretel. His legacy is one of transformation and innovation. He not only reshaped the Australian media landscape, but also changed the way the world viewed sport. His contributions to cricket remain his most celebrated achievement, ensuring his place in history as a visionary and a pioneer. Though his life was marked by controversies and challenges, Kerry Packer's story is one of resilience, ambition, and an unrelenting drive to succeed. For many, he remains a symbol of Australian ingenuity and boldness, a man who dared to think differently and succeeded in changing the world around him. His name is forever tied to the evolution of cricket, the dominance of Channel 9, and the enduring legacy of innovation and excellence.